Hello, Akko here again. Welcome to episode 35 of my Ultimate Feed the Beast Let's Play. Now, you may have noticed by my toolbar, I've got advisory. I'm not actually on my Let's Play server. I'm on the main server at the minute. There's my factory on the main server. And I just want to show you this. This is what I was babbling about in the last episode. This was a start of a Titan from Warhammer 40k, which is like a big robot war machine kind of thing. I was building out a marble, and then the plan was to gradually change this into different types of metal blocks. So I was going to go like iron and aluminium, and I was going to have these cogs made out of gold blocks as I got enough materials for it all. But as I also said in the previous episode, the fact that I made it even just gradually wound me up more and more, so I abandoned it. This is about half as big as it should be. The next level there would be a big face. Well, yeah, like a big head, which would be the control centre. There'd be two big cannons on each side. And then above that, there'd be like a castle with like ramparts and towers and stuff. So that was the plan. That was my plan for the house I was going to make on this server. But it needed redoing. Oh, it didn't need redoing, but it just gradually wound me up. And I'll show you why. You can get in here because these no longer work. After an update, we had to reset the books, so them portals don't actually do anything at the minute. As you say, everything's even in here, so there's no middle square there. There's a middle 4 squares, which made placing things a bit, not massively awkward, but I did have levitators and stuff in here, but I've taken them out. So this was this room was full of boilers and stuff when I was actually using it. And then if we knock the floor out here, again, if I make this one bigger, so there's a central block, I think. So this is the top of one of the legs. So if I break that down there, you'll see that there's been an Enderman's been in here. These are the legs. Massive amount of space I could have used, but I ended up not using any of it. Come on, learn to fly, you idiot. So I'll just whip back up there. Put that bit of floor back. So this is just sat here as an abandoned artifact, really. Hasn't been touched in a good month, but it's something I want to try again. And I want to do it properly. I want to have it as so all my machinery and stuff's in there, because I kind of want to make it look like it should. So, like I said before, this was boilers in here, and this works out roughly where the engine room on a Titan would be. Looking at I found a couple of Titan blueprints on when I was searching Google. So this is where the blueprint, this is where the engine room would kind of be, and then there'd be like control room and stuff. So all the machines are going to go in places like this. I think it's something I want to get back to at some point. So I just thought I'd show you that. Just thought I'd have a quick jump onto this server and show you that abandoned project there. But yeah, it's something I want to do again at some point. I think it looks quite visually impressive, especially when it's all made of metal. When it's all made of iron and stuff, it should look right. So I'll see you back on the main server. Bye. And here we are, back on the main server. Now, this is going to be the B episode that I mentioned. I've got some things in my inventory here that I want to create a little test rig for. This is something I've not done before, so I want to make sure it works. First thing we're going to need is, I just want to click on there, fool. I want to just bring this out a little bit so I can attach a export bus. Like, actually, yeah, attach an export bus onto there. Get on there, export bus. Thank you. We're going to fasten that to a fabricator. I'm not sure how these mods interact with each other, to be honest. There's a couple of things I want to start sending into there. I'll start sending impregnated sticks and string. And because I want an impregnated rimp, that's wrong, impregnated frame to be made in here, and then I'm going to want to, how's this going to work then? plonk that there, and I'm going to plonk that there. And then the key to this is, let me just do this first. I'll turn that off for now. Active a signal, excellent. And oops, clicking on the same square twice does not help. And I'll put that on there. And I want that to be single items, excellent. And then I want this to this to eject. No, I don't want that to eject at all. I want this to insert into top sides. If I want to feed in from there. So I think I don't want to put a third. Okay, this is how do I break a router? Do I just bash it? Bash, bash, bash. Yeah. Let's do this slightly different. Let's move that along one. And extract from bottom, insert to top. Okay. Okay. Let's put that there, and I'm going to use a bit of pipe in this little system. I'm going to want some gold transport pipe. Let's just take a stack until we work out how much we need. I've got some wood, excellent, and an target gate. One of them. Let's just attach. For now, I may improve on this. Is there a hole there? Smashed the floor in, didn't even realise because it's all dark. So from the back of my fabricator, I'm going to want these to go into the top of there. Ah, that's fine, yeah, that'll do for now. And we'll just have this on so that items in inventory, energy pulsar, and that's pulling out the things I didn't want it to pull out. Okay, that's not going to work how I want it to, is it? That's the best way of getting things out of a fabricator then. A little bit confused. Because things go in and out the same side. I'm sure I've done this before though, and it works okay. I'm going to want a filter on there, aren't I? I don't know what to use. First time I made one of these. This is going to be a emerald pipe. So I have to use a couple of emeralds. I think this is how they work. If not, then I've wasted some more materials. But I believe I can set an emerald pipe to only pull specific items, and the specific item in this case is going to be an impregnated frame. So I can click, oops, click on there with one in your hand, click on there, and my textures are going weird. Where's the filter? Oops. Okay, there they are. Bit of guesswork involved there. And how does that work now? So let's do that again. Let's just move that another time, and that shouldn't. That should pull that out. So it has pulled that out. That's good. And it shouldn't pull them out. And it hasn't pulled them out. So that works. Okay, that'll do for me. And then let's just activate this. Always active. So we should be getting. And so is that another failing with that there? I want it to pull. I want it to cycle through them, and it's not. It's just pulling. It's going to pull all the string it can. So it's going to fill up the thing with string. Might as well make it move stacks in, not putting waiting forever. There we go. And now there's nowhere for it to craft. Well, this is going well. This is going exceptionally well, I don't think. Right. Scratch that. Scratch that. Let's start this fucking thing again. Okay, so I'm back. I was going to cut that bit out, but screw it, I'll leave it in. And of course, fabricator pulls from an adjacent chest, so that's the bit I was missing. I needed a chest in there. So I've got that feeding in from here. At the minute I've got no string production, that's just string that I had, but I can put a flax farm upstairs, get that to feed into the v1.0.1 tesseract, which will put string into here and put string into there. And the impregnated sticks coming from here, so it's just a case of turning that back on, which will feed wood from the Steve's Cart tree farm into there, turn them into impregnated sticks, and the seeds from the melons obviously getting fed into a squeezer there. So that gives me pretty much infinite production of the impregnated sticks. And these are some that I had from before. I can just manually stick them in there at some point. So what I'm doing here is I'm filling up a barrel full of impregnated frames. So that's working now. I can tidy that up. There we go. So I've got quite a few bits of string to last a while. That's putting them in there. Excellent. So the next thing we need to do is, let me get rid of that stick. Get in there, stick. Strange. Right. Okay, it only takes them when it needs them. Okay. Next thing we need to do is make our frame housings. Now, these take a standard alveoli, and I think I may have said 27 in the last episode, but you can't have 27, you can have 18. There's 2 rows of 9, because the top 9, I believe, have to remain as standard alveoli blocks, and they take on this pattern when it forms the multi-block structure. So I'm going to go with 18. I could be wrong on that, I may test that off camera, but who knows. Now, I'm pretty sure, if I remember off the top of my head, that the pattern I'm after is not that at all. Is it that? Frame housing, there's the pattern, so it's even that out with a B button. And 18, excellent. There's 18 frame housings. So we're going to make our alveoli just here with 18 frame housings. And that's a row too many. Let's destroy them. You see, my hotbar's gone weird. It's not showing me. Oh. Okay, pickaxe. Wood axe don't do them. You have to have a pickaxe. I can't actually tell what item I've got. I'm gonna have to do a relog. I think this is starting to kill me a bit. So 18 of them, and then where's the rest? I had 27. Okay, I think I still have 27. It's just showing 1. Oh Jesus! Look at this. It's like I popped an acid tab. Right, I'm going to relog. Back in a bit. And I'm back again. That's the issue that I get now and again. I don't know what causes it, and I really am bad with things like that because I never try and fix them. I just play through it. So there's probably a really easy fix somewhere. I just not looked. And some people have asked if why I don't use Optifine. That tends to happen more when I've got Optifine running than when I don't have Optifine running. So I don't use Optifine so much. It generally happens when I've got a YouTube video on full screen in the background. I don't know if it's something to do with Flash. I have no idea. One day I might try and find out what causes it. So I've built my alveoli. So the 9 standard blocks on the top, and of course it needs a wooden half slabs. So we've got an alveoli there, and there should be nothing in these frame housings, and there should be nothing in there. Excellent. So the next thing we need to do is we need to add an ejector to this, and we need to get to extract. Okay, I thought that might happen. Insert again. Oh Christ, where's it putting stuff? This routers are crazy. Right, I've got a machine filter for both of these, and I wasn't sure if I was going to need them, but it looks like I am going to. So the first thing I want to do is connect that to the barrel. So that's only going to pull from the barrel, and I want to connect that one to tile extra v which is the name of the frame housings. So that should work. Put that spring back in there. That's working as intended. That all looks okay. It's got nothing in it. It's got nothing in it. Okay, so now eject to, which way is that? North. Eject to north. Will that put eject to north? So let's just test with that. Will that put, is it south? Insert eject to south. That's not going to do anything because I've got it set to just a barrel in it. Damn thing. Damn it, man. See, it's a couple of weeks since I've used a router. I've forgotten how to use them. What I want is that to take things from the barrel and put them into the router there. So, not extract. Extract from barrel. Oh yeah, I don't want it to extract. And eject to south. I saw something moving then. What's moving? 208. That's right. There's nothing in there. Let's see where these. Let's see where they go. Okay, so that's putting them into there. That's correct. Where's it putting them after there though? Oh Christ. Where have I put all them? Where have all them gone? We're just annihilated. All them gold pipes. Or are they in one of these frame housings? Well, I'm making a bit of a cock of this, I don't mind telling you. They're not up there. And would there be in that one? There's a frame in that one. How did that get in there? Come on, think, idiot. There's a frame in that one. Ridiculous. Right, I'm going to cut the camera, wet this out, because I'm obviously making a cock of this. Back in a bit. Okay, I'm back again. I've just emptied all the frame housings out, including the two in the middle, and I've got 18 frames back, but no gold tubes. I think I've annihilated them gold tubes somehow. I put a redstone signal in the front of there, that deactivates that, so that's not putting anything in. And just put that bag back. And I've set this right now, so this is extract from bottom sides, and it's set to the barrel, and it ejects to the south. So it extracts from bottom sides of the barrel, ejects to the south, which puts it into the south side of the router next to it. So that puts impregnated frames into there, and then this is inserted into top sides of the frame housings. That's all that one needs. So machine filter insert, I guess it insert into any side, doesn't really matter. So now if I turn that on, you'll see some action, and these all fill up with frames. So now I've got a fully framed up alveary, and that should produce significantly quicker than an alveary with no frames. So it should increase my production significantly. So I'm going to stick in a B, and I'm not sure how quick this is going to go, how much product it's going to make, but if we just hang around a little bit and see if this is worth doing. Now come on, give us a tick, give us a tick, Mr. B. Let's see how much, let's see if anything happens. So this is the most, looks to me to be the most frames you can get into. Well, I've got a rocky come straight away. We'll see, we'll let that run for a while, we'll let that run for until it's dead, and we'll see how much products we get from it. And I'll come back in a bit. This seems to be the most frame houses we can get. Now, this is obviously only feeding into one alveoli, but to extend this further, all we need to do is you need to make it so that these touch each other. And to make them touch each other, the simplest way of doing it, which I've seen on a couple of other people's videos, seems to be the standard way of doing this, is you just need something with one inventory space. So the easiest way to do that is to get 8 bits of cobble. Cobble, where are you, cobble? Ah no, I've got some cobble somewhere. There it is. Get 8 bits of cobble, make it into a furnace, and what you do is you put a furnace between 2 alveolis, like so, and then you can just put a button or something, and it probably only needs to be that one. And then that, so that can't take a frame, but it connects things. So now these two are connected. So if these both had frame housings in, that one router would fill both of these. So once I've got this set up, I want to make sure it works and it's worth doing, I can change all the bottom 18 of these frame housings, and I can increase the speed of my production by a significant amount. So we've already got 4 platinum cones, so that's definitely working, isn't it? Because that's already 1 full platinum, and it's only been running a short while. So we'll be rolling in iridium with this setup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the video, and I shall be back when that princess is dead. Jesus, and we'll see how many we get. This looks like it's working. Actually, while that's working, the bee's still down there working away. It's not dead yet. I'll just show you this, what I did between the last episode and this. I did a bit more Mistcraft stuff. Now, whenever you're in one of these notebooks, if you press the middle mouse button, it sorts. You see before it was all messy. It sorts them all. Now, I've gone onto the Mistcraft wiki, and I've looked up the different categories for pages, and I've actually made a notebook for each category, because as you already know, I'm very anal and borderline OCD. I like to have things kind of sorted. So I went down the list, and these are all in the correct ones. So like weather, it's got eternal storm, normal weather, slow weather. So as I get more pages, I can put them into the right ones. And then the only one that I didn't separate was materials as separate liquid and solid. I just put it all as one. But all the rest I've put in the separate things. There's a couple of things that I'm missing, and one of them is flat. I want flat for the terrain there, so I can make a flat world. And there's a couple of other modifiers that I want, but I've got plenty of biomes, as you can see. Biome controllers, tiny. I want single. So single biome and flat. Flat modifier. What's it? Terrain modifier. And then I can make myself a nice little. What happened there? I'll just pull them out using my mouse wheel. Didn't mean to do that. Lighting. Terrain. Lighting. Yep, they're back. Okay, so I don't want to be using the mouse wheel in there, or do I? It seems to be alright now. Okay, so once I've got that and the flat and the single biome, I can make a nice, probably meadow. I've got meadow. I'm sure I have. Meadow biome. It'll be a nice flat meadow biome that I can use for quarrying. And then you can just start off with a square and just keep working your way out. So that's the way I like to do my quarrying. I don't like to make up a mess of the overworld like this. I've done this out of necessity because I need the materials for the Let's Play. But I don't particularly like doing this near my house. So yeah, so that's a start. That's a bit tidier. So just to recap, middle mouse button sorts it out, and you can name the notebooks by putting them in there. And there's a Mistcraft wiki. If you go to binarymage.com, you can get to it from there. And that's how you sort things out. Now, I'm not going to show you how to make a book in this episode. I'm going to concentrate on the bees. But probably next episode, I mean, between this and next, I'll go and try and find them missing pages. And I'll show you how to make an actual custom bespoke age. So, well, this is definitely working, isn't it? That's going to take ages, because that's hardly gone down. And the question is, will we have enough products to keep all them stocked with frames? we may have to, well, we'll see, we'll see. We've got, I mean, the melon farm's been turned off for days. The Steve Cart's farm's turned off at the minute. And we ain't got a flax farm, so that's just using stock we already had. And it's producing a ridiculous amount of platinum combs. Excellent. Okay, back in a bit. And we're back, and holy shit, look at that. 57 platinum combs from one life cycle. That's quite crazy. I never expected it to get that many. I thought maybe like 6 at the most. And it's either not taking much of the frame, or it's taken a lot, and put some more frames in. What I should do is stop the input of more frames. Okay, that's not going to make any more. And we're on 339, and I'll see if that uses more than a frame per cycle. It must have used at least a frame to get all them. That's ridiculous. I think we're going to have issue with the squeeze or the centrifuge keeping up at that rate. But if I set this up, then obviously we've got no issue for iridium at all, because that's going to like make an iridium every, was it 3 or 4 minutes probably. And while I'm up here, I'll show you. I set this up to craft 64 iridium, so it's just crafting them as it gets the nuggets, which is quite nice, and that'll stay there. And a similar vein, I've set that up to craft Cenarium, and that's waiting on UU matter. So whenever 9 iridium nuggets appear in here, I'll just craft another one. And the same with UU matter. Whenever, oh no, we ain't got one. Whenever 6 UU matter pop into there, it'll automatically craft a Cenarium. I did Cenarium part to the craft recipes. That's kind of nice as well. So whenever I come back, I can just check, and we're well off getting our next one. But yeah, that's quite nice. I made another hybrid, so I've got 3 now. The next upgrade in there, of course, is the ultimate hybrid, which I'm going to check it hasn't changed. Ultimate hybrid, it's not changed good. It's just 8 hybrids around an advanced circuit. So when we finish that line, we can just make that into one ultimate, which is nice. Right, that's works extremely well. I'm gonna cut the camera again, change this from a test setup into an actual production setup over there. Now you've got to remember as well, with extra bees, you can make just about every product in the game, I think, apart from quartz. So with an extravagant enough system doing this, you could banish the need for quarries completely. I'm sure Binny will add the applied anodistic quartz to the bees. He's added everything else. I mean, there's bauxite bees and all sorts. So in theory, you could just have an alvery for every material you desire, and have a ridiculous abundance of materials that way. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Right, I'm going to make this into an actual production rig over there somewhere, and I'll show you when I'm done, and I'll see how long the video is. See you in a bit. Hello, I'm back again, and I've got the production rig set up in the corner over here. I had to move a couple of things around. I've moved the Tesseract over a little bit because I needed the wooden pipe to be attached to the top 9 blocks, one of the top 9 blocks of the alveary. So that's feeding into there quite nicely. I've got my frames in here. I've got some of a slightly different durability because I was testing a couple of things out. Now, it does use the frames pretty quick. It uses not quite 2 frames per cycle. So that's 18 frames per cycle. So you need a good amount of frame production. So this does bring its own issues that you have to deal with, but I'm sure making frames is quite a cheap price for the amount of iridium we're going to get from this. It's quite ridiculous. So that's all set up now. I've got a Tesseract feeding my sticks and string. Well, I've got no string yet, as I said. Tesseract's feeding the sticks into there, keeping the barrel populated. And the same setup as over there, so extract from bottom sides of the barrel, machine filter there, eject to west. So if I'm facing east, so it's they always get me the same backwards. I'm ejecting into the west side of that machine, I think is what it means. So this will be the west side of this router. And then this is set up, insert into top sides, the machine filter into the frame housings. So set up exactly the same as before, it's just that I've got Tesseract, and the Tesseract is feeding from this little system over here through that export bus, just the impregnated sticks and string. So I'm going to get a flax farm, as I said. I could always get a spider spawner set up as well to get my string that way, but I think I'll just set up a flax farm. This is doing alright. This is keeping up for now, but we'll see. Obviously this is getting populated with seeds automatically and wood automatically, so they'll keep, as long as there's products in here, as long as there's wood, and we're down on wood. Look at that, the wood's nearly gone. As long as there's melons getting fed, which that's also not happening in a minute because that's turned off. What I think I might do is I might let it all run down and then start it all together, because the Steve's cart's turned off at the minute as well, so I'm not producing any extra wood, I'm not producing no melons, I'm not producing no string. So at the minute it is going to run out of frames. So yeah, I might drain that down, and then once it's all drained down I'll start everything up and I'll see what I have extra of, or what I don't have enough of. Another possible blockage created from this is this guy's going to probably be full of platinum dust all the time, which is not a bad problem to have as problems go. It's better than a lot of problems you could have. So them tiny platinum dusts are getting fed into there quite often. I think we had 14 iridium last time I checked, and now it's up to 16. So that's going to grow quite quick, I think. And we've still only got 5 UU matter there, so we've not created a scenarium yet. So that is pretty slow, but because I'll leave it on overnight, it's no big deal. At the minute, still we've got 10 million each of these, so we could risk putting an extra one of these onto there. We could also make some more thermal generators, but I'm in no massive rush. It's all good. I might actually make 3 more another MFSU feed directly into there, and then it's not impacting that system either. Yeah, I may do that off camera. So we have extreme iridium production. It's probably going to produce it quicker than a fully charged matter fabricator will, to be honest. You've got to remember, a matter fabricator, to make an iridium, it's 7 UU matter. So you've got to, even if this is getting 8k EU a tick, which my matter fab on the main server gets 8k EU a tick, 8,192, and this is like 82, 83, 84, so it goes up pretty quick, but it's still got to make 7 UU matter for every iridium ingot, every one of them, whereas this it's maybe a comparable speed to a fully powered matter fabricator, but it's obviously a bit cheaper because it's not actually taking any energy. Now it's all set up, it's just a free system pretty much. Excellent. So I think I'm going to wrap this episode up there. It's probably half an hour, I've not checked. I apologise if it's a little short. As always, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope it was entertaining and a little bit educational, and I hope you join me next time. So thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.